The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They come up in an offset eye. On second down, here's Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
A very solid gain of 27.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run forward with Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Winston. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only did they drop, but looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Aguayo's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Down before he's brought down at the 3. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Forced out to his left. This will be caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now that's a 3rd down play. A little razzle-dazzle nearly gets them into the end zone, although they do come up a bit short. Now what do you do on 4th down?
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Arian Foster taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And, oh, this is taken him one-handed. What a catch. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Back now in Miami. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. Glennon. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Now a handoff looking right. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's got time. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
2nd down following the incompletion. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll give it to him right up the gut. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And now the Buccaneers. Offense gets set to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, and like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. William Golston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Tannehill going to throw it. And Stills over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In the red zone this time. Good throw, good catch, and the post route successful for the offense.
Really difficult on the defender. He got moved out of the middle of the field and tried to scramble to recover, but it was too late to stop the completion.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And not great starting field position here for the offense. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Lewis Murphy. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there, a 22.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
He was trying to get it to Cecil Shorts that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum.